Yours is good.
Mine was sick.
All right.
That's a fact.
Now, back to A Handmaid's Tale. I'm going to give you a summary about The Handmaid's Tale. So, The Handmaid's Tale is set in a distant future for now. Actually, it's probably around this time, really.
Maybe 20, 30 years in the future?
Probably. But it's about 20, 30 years in the future. And in this world, women have become subject to change, really. Well, there are women who are, well, homeowners, or partial homeowners, I guess you could say. And there are women who are like house cleaners and house laborers, and there are women who are essentially legal maidens. And in this world, you are able to tell who these women are by the color of their dresses. Green colored dresses are for houseworkers. Blue colored dresses are for the women of the homes. And those are also like the wives of the, man of the house. And then red is the mistress. And then you don't really hear about this too much, but white colored dresses are for daughters. They're for the younger children. And then striped colored dresses of any of the colors are for women of... The color green is still going to be a home, like a home worker or home laborer, but they're going to be of a lower house, I guess. They're not going to make as much money. And then black colored dresses are for women who have been widowed. And now, because of this... In this future, a lot of women and men are sterile, and because of that, the women who choose to conceive children and who have been shown to be able to, are essentially forced to become maidens of men's and women's relationships, really.
Well, like
so,
dinosaurs.
Now I'm going to tell you the theme I personally looked at when I read this book. The theme I came up with after reading this book and deciding that my theme would come from reality, I decided that it would be, when faced with oppression in our society, humans will either open their minds to the wonders of the world, or the wonders of new possibilities, or limit their perceptions of reality to cope with their conflicting circumstances.
So Pedro.
Yes.
What does this mean?
Essentially, what it means is that if you're in a bad spot, you're either gonna be like looking towards the future, saying maybe one day I'll get out of this hole that I'm stuck in. Or maybe you'll be like, this hole's nice, dude. Like, there's dirt. There's like, there's dirt. There's a rock. Sometimes a worm will come through.
Dude, worms?
Or maybe you'll be stuck in the past and you'll be like, this is kind of a spoiler. This is in the book. Like, hello, I'll be your waitress today.
Oh, snap.
Like, you forget you're in the hole and you just think about the past. You're like, you get stuck in the past.
So, like...
So is this... Obviously, with our books, it's more large-scale oppression.
Yeah.
But could this apply to smaller things, too? Like, maybe, like, there's an instance with, oppressive parents in your book,
right? Yeah.
Or maybe just a situation where you can't quite do what you would like to do.
Exactly, because, like, I know this is my thing. Like, when I was younger, I was really, like, my parents were super strict on me. And I would always think to myself, you know what? What if, when I'm, like, older, I can just, like, kind of just walk out of my house whenever I want, Or, like, maybe I can go out to a concert and drive myself there instead of that. Like, right now, I'm like, yeah, I could do that. But it's, like, back then, it was like, holy crap, that's never going to happen. But that's just, like, the way I thought of it. I decided to open my mind. But some people are like, you know what? I'm just going to forget all about all of this stuff and just, like, stick to this one thing that I know.
Mm-hmm. So, what brought you to that theme?
So, I'm going to read to you the textual evidence that brought me to this. Disclaimer, there is a bit of language in this quote, or this part of the book, so if you don't want to hear it, you should probably, like, mute it, or, like...
And by a bit of language, you mean, like, a lot of language.
Well, it's not too much language, really. It's just, like, this one part. Or
well, just for this. So, like, jump forward, like, 30 seconds from now.
Okay. My red skirt is hitched up to my waist, though no higher. Below it, the commander is fucking. What he is fucking is the lower part of my body. I do not say making love because this is not what he's doing. Copulating two would be inaccurate, because it would imply two people and only one is involved. Nor does rape cover it. Nothing is going on here that I haven't signed up for. There wasn't a lot of choice, but there was some, and this is what I chose.
That was exactly a 25-second quote.
the reason that this part of the book brought me to my theme was because, first of all, it pretty much talked about oppression when it said I didn't have much choice, but this was one choice that she chose. So that is kind of like going on the oppression side, but also because when I think of, making love, I think of literally making love. It's something that two people who are in love do, and something that's sacred between them. Not something that's like, I guess, I don't want to say dehumanized because that's not completely true, but dehumanized really.
Wow.
De-emotionalized.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the word, but yes, de-emotionalized.
Wow.
When you take, it's like, you take all your feelings out of it. It's just something you do purely for, baby making, really.
And sex for pleasure and for relationship is a purely human.
Yeah, it's purely human
thing.
But in this,
all the other species just do it to procreate.
Is that accurate though?
It is accurate.
I'm pretty sure there are other species.
No other species.
No, there is a species of monkey, I think, that does do it just for fun.
But like as part of a.
For the most part, all animals just do it purely for.
Okay, it's a mainly human thing.
We'll have to look back at that.
Primate.
Pedro.
It's a primate thing.
Pedro, come on.
Anyways.
To research animal sex. Come on.
What?
Anyway. That's gonna be the beginning of the video. Research animal sex.
Come on, man.
Pedro
is our animal sex expert.
Anyways.
But
yeah.
So I want to talk about a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was listening to a podcast last evening.
Wow, podcasts. Those are cool.
Podcasts are awesome. Right? It was Radio Lab. I don't know if the viewers will know that.
Radio Lab.
Really good podcast. Check it out.
Very chill.
Look, they're paying me $10,000 just to pitch them.
It's true.
Dude, we can't tell them about our YouTube money yet.
Oh, crap. No, okay.
Oh.
No, just wait, say it again.
I think
Say it again.
Radio Lab is really cool.
No, Radio Lab. We're only paid to say it 10 times in the video. Radio Lab, okay?
Yeah, Radio Lab.
Radio Lab?
Radio Lab.
Okay. Radio Lab.
Shh, okay, we got that.
WNYC. Anyway,
Radio Lab.
it was about artificial insemination and how so backstory. So in Israel, right, gay couples are not allowed to pay for or like have a woman, right, artificially inseminated and then take that baby, right, as a legalized agreement. So what they do is they go to other countries that will do that for them, like America and then like other Middle Eastern countries and whatever.
Are they allowed to return then?
Yeah, they're allowed to come back. I mean, there's like some complicated paperwork and it's all really crazy, and it costs like $150,000 to do that. But regardless, that's what they do, and they interviewed some of the people that actually carry the babies and have birth with them, the people that were artificially inseminated, the wombs, right? And they talk about how having a baby, right, there's like no emotional connection to that, right? They don't have the emotional connection that a mother would have generally. They just see it as like a business, something that they're doing.
It's like been taken away.
Yeah. But I mean, it's their choice. But the difference here is that that's their choice. They're choosing that this is what they want to do, whereas in the book, that's what they have to do.
Well, there is some choice.
I feel like an emotional connection to having a child and to bearing a child would in some way be evolutionarily
chosen for.
Yeah, beneficial, because an emotional connection to the child would make you're more likely to make choices that would protect the life of the child.
So that brings up the question: Are they just saying that because like I would imagine that emotional connection would pretty much be inevitable.
Right.
Like I really don't see how that could be avoided. So
yeah,
they might be trying to shift their reality and tell themselves that no, they aren't emotionally connected to it when they really are.
Kind of like how they're kind of like cutting off their part of the brain that's like telling them, I really care for this child, and they're just saying, nope, I don't.
To deal with it. So
yeah. You a lot of support and evidence, and I think that we've taken a lot of your time now, so I want to leave you guys off at
Peace.
a point. No, I want to leave you guys off at a point where you guys are able to like just think about it yourself, read the book, like think about the way the world is right now. What would happen if like tomorrow everybody's like sex all day, every day, no eating or something like that. I don't know. Just something crazy.
Food is
like
banned. Sex only.
But like, I don't know. That's a really extreme way to put it, but just think about it. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah.